Aloha, Stickies!
Welcome back to another episode of the Stick with Kaji Podcast. Thank you so much for sticking with us, whether you've been sticking with us for years now or just sticking with us today. We really appreciate it. My name is Loanne.
And I'm Sean.
And today I thought we'd do something fun, just like a Q&A session while we eat food in Hawaii. I was going to say Hawaiian food, but I don't know if they're considered Hawaiian food, just food.
Well, they use the ingredients from the local farm and the vegetables. So this is technically, local food.
Local food, basically.
That's right. So we got this food from Heavenly. The store is in Waikiki. It looks amazing.
One of my favorite restaurants. I think we've been there twice now. So this is our third time. So these are the food that we haven't tried yet. Yeah, so let's stick to the topic today as we eat. So, disclaimer, if you don't like munching sounds or weird food noises.
Yeah, those, like, people who's not really into those weird ASMR with people just eating food.
But yeah, this episode will be
just talking too.
Yeah, this episode is very casual while we do some Q&A. Okay, so Sean would explain what we ordered.
All right, so I got the Hainanese chicken.
Mango?
With this is a papaya, actually.
Oh, papaya, one of my favorite fruits.
Giant piece of papaya, right? And then we got the Napoleon spaghetti.
Ooh.
And then it looks like it's an egg omelet underneath.
Ooh.
And you got, what is it, pho, right?
Some sort of noodle dish. So I'm very excited to try. I've never actually eaten egg with spaghetti before.
All right, let's eat.
Okay.
Oh, I'm so hungry. And if you haven't guys noticed, we have a matchy t-shirt today.
Yay. So actually, Pocket Watch had came over a few months ago and they got us this shirt. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. And I think it's from a show called Magnum P.I.
Yeah.
We never seen the show.
The original one. And the Pocket Watch is a company we made a partnership with. And they've been really nice. We've been working together for probably 5 years, 6 years now. And we accomplished so much with licensing business. And Ryan's Mr. Play is with them too. So there are a lot of stuff that we've done together. And the other day they came to Hawaii to meet us. And it was exciting. They gave us this as a souvenir. All right, let's eat.
All right.
So I'm going to eat this Napoleon.
Oh, I can't use this giant chopstick.
I mean, if you want to, go ahead.
How is it?
Yummy. Just like how my grandma used to cook.
Aww. Can I get a chopstick, please? Not the giant one, just a regular sized one.
All right.
Silly. Okay, so while Sean is enjoying his food, let's do some Q&A. So the first question I have is, someone was asking how long are we planning to stay in Hawaii?
Oh, good question. So we're planning to stay here until kids go out to college, right? Well, graduate from high school. The reason why we want to look for the new place is for kids to find their community that they feel safe. And we wanted to find it early on when Ryan's still young. When he goes to college, I'm sure he moves on to a new location. But I thought this would be a great place for us to raise kids.
Right. But, when we say that's our plan, anything could happen, right? I don't want you guys to be like, but you said you're going to stay here until they graduate. Because, if one of our family members, need help in the mainland or something, where we have to relocate, then we're going to do it for family. So it just really depends. But
yeah, I don't want to see later on in the video, whoa, you guys said you're going to stay here. That's just a plan, and I'm sure, a lot of times it changes, so.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, our plan is like at least staying here for 10 years, but we'll see.
Yeah. How is it? What do you think?
So good.
What is this? This is really good. What am I eating? What is this?
The white stuff? Let me see.
Is it bamboo?
No, it's a mushroom.
Oh, it's so good.
I know, right?
I like how I can't tell the difference, but it's so good.
I'm going to try this chicken.
Sausage.
I noticed that it's hard to eat with the microphone up in my face. All right, I'm just going to back it off. Back it off, Mike.
So another viewer asked, can you do a topic where you tell why you name Ryan Ryan? It's a good question, right? Because when you have kids, you spend days, hours, months.
And we try to name our kid with the name that we don't have any friends with, right? Because we didn't want to associate our kid's name with somebody we already know.
Yeah.
We want to be a little bit unique. So
unique, but we pick like one of the most common names.
Yeah, but then none of us had a friend named Ryan.
True.
Apparently, so
True.
that was like one thing first, and then we look up the meaning of the Ryan, and it means little king, and we thought, he's like a little king. He's a first child, and he's boy. So yeah, we thought it would be a perfect for Ryan.
Right, and another reason we named Ryan too was we wanted, at least for me anyway, I wanted like a common name where it's hard to mispronounce or hard to for when you grow up. For me, my name, I was always really embarrassed growing up because people always ask, how do you pronounce your name? How do you spell it? Sean's just munching away on food when I talk, but it's okay. So I always get embarrassed, having to explain to people how you spell it, how you pronounce it. To this day, there's some people that we are close with, and they still mispronounce my name, but at this point, it's too late to correct them. And so I just kind of let it go. So that's why when we had our kids, I was like, can we name them something generic? So it's hard for people to get it wrong, because I know what it's like growing up to get my name wrong all the time.
Yeah, and Ryan actually has the Japanese middle name, so we haven't really disclosed it, but yeah, Ryan has a Japanese last name, and the middle name, and I've been researching which middle name to name him, and then it was kind of fun process, like trying to think about what Japanese name I can come up with.
Right. So maybe we'll tell you guys in the future.
Yeah.
So that's why we named Ryan. And plus, when we had discussed about Ryan, the only thing I kind of remember of Ryan, because we didn't have any friends named Ryan, was do you guys remember the movie Saving Private Ryan?
No, I don't remember. Oh, I see. Yeah, I've heard about it. Yeah.
So I have watched that a while back, and I thought, wow, that was such a good movie. I really liked that movie.
Really? It came from that? Okay.
No, I'm just saying one of my pros, I guess.
Got it.
So yeah.
So you're more like lean toward the Orion because of that.
Right. Such a good movie. Okay, next, another viewer have asked, yes, please, I want to learn more about Ryan's Mystery Playdate, and don't forget special anime super spy Ryan.
Okay.
So we would do a whole future episode on behind the scene of Ryan's Mystery Playdate, but I just want to just do a brief summary of why we chose to do the show in the first place.
Yeah, and then just to explain the background a bit, Ryan's Mystery Playdate is a Nickelodeon show where Ryan, and also us too, in each episode go through the challenges and find out who the mystery guest is at the end of the show. A lot of times we do YouTube videos, but then this one is actually different. It's a TV show showcased on Nickelodeon.
So one of the reasons why we decided to do it is because Ryan, during that time, he wanted to be a comedian, and I had told him, well, if you want to be a comedian in the future, because he's really a funny person, again, maybe it's just from a mom perspective, but he's hilarious. And he said, yeah, I want to be a comedian in the future. And I had told him, well, you can do that, that's what you want to do. But just so you know, your mom is not going to be filming you, right? You're going to have other people who film you, maybe multiple cameras going to be pointing their cameras at you. And there's going to be a lot more people involved in the show than just your parent.
Yeah, and then we thought it's a good timing too, because Ryan's been doing the YouTube back then when we started the Ryan's Mystery Playdate. It's been like 2 years, 3 years since he started the YouTube, and then we thought it would be a good timing for him to take on the next step. He's so used to filming with us, just with the parents, right? But we also want him to experience what's it like to film with the big production with multiple crews. And he enjoyed it. He felt like he made a friends with all the crews, and then he does some silly pranks on the crews and just kind of make them laugh. And he always wanted to go back to Ryan's Mystery Playdate production because he loved everybody who was in it. Ryan always asked the producer is always, hey, can you keep all the crews as is, because I love everybody. Everybody
is so nice. He loves the show so much that when we finished filming this last season, again, we only it takes about an episode a day. So it was 20 days out of our summertime. When we finished filming, he's like, oh, when's the next season coming back? And again, we're like, well, if it comes back, it's probably next summer. And at the same time, because he's 10 now, one of his really close friends goes to like a faraway camp. And I, had wanted him to go to this camp. I wasn't sure before because he was younger, but then this year I was like, he's 10 now. He thought he can go, right? And one of Ryan's question was, wait, if I go to this camp, does that mean I can't do the show because of the time, because it's a summer camp? And so he was kind of hesitant at first. He was like, oh, but I really want to continue to the show. So, but then we talked to the producers and stuff, and they said that they can make it work. So he's able, if he wants to, he's able to do both. But just to show you guys how much he really enjoys filming the show.
Yeah, and it's really quick too. Kind of, it's a little bit different from traditional TV filming, where it takes a week for them to film one episode. Where for our show, we actually film one episode within a day.
Right.
So it's really quick pace. There's no really reshooting on most of the scenes. So we just there are multiple cameras shooting at the same time. So they capture each scene with like a 1 or 2 takes. It's really quick, and it's really fun for Ryan because of that.
Yeah, and it's a Pocket Watch production show too. So we really appreciate them. You guys are always accommodating for us and really cater towards our needs. But yeah, we'll do a whole episode on that. So next is the Super Spy. We have worked with Amazon on this Super Spy. Well, I would say we, but it's mainly Sean behind the scenes, so I'll let him talk. A brief summary of what's it like.
Yeah, Super Spy Ryan is the short form movie that we produce, and Pocket Watch presents, and we distributed it on the Amazon platform. That's the first Amazon Kids Plus original show, and I was excited because that's when the Amazon Kids Plus was launching, and I thought it was a great program, and I was excited to work with the animation studio in Japan for them to produce the animation part. So this short movie is a combination of 12 minutes of live action scenes, and then the rest of the scenes all animation.
So the reason why we decided, they did give us the option in the beginning, right? They did say, do you want to do all live action or animation? But again, because we really tried to conserve Ryan's time, even though he really liked acting, we thought the best route was the majority should be in animation. That way he has time to enjoy and do other things. And
in long term, that's a right process, right? Because we can't really comply with all the kids' needs of just showing Ryan on each episode, each YouTube videos. And I still want to, for the viewers to feel connected with Ryan. So we are using the animated characters to represent Ryan and represent Ryan's friend too, as the virtual characters. And that's how we are expanding our brand. So the Super Spy Ryan is kind of big initiative of just pushing more of animated content, and to make it more premium, I partner with the animation studio in Japan called Shin-Ei Animation. They produce Doraemon, and they also produce Crayon Shin-chan. If you're Japanese, you definitely understand it. If Doraemon, I'm sure if you live in any Asian country, you know what Doraemon is. You grew up watching it too, right?
Right.
When I went back to Japan several times since I moved here, and since we started Ryan's World, and talked to multiple animation studio, and Shin Animation, after talking to them and knowing their content was a perfect fit for Ryan's World content. And that's why their design style with Ryan's World character, it was amazing. There was a chemistry behind their design on the Ryan's World character. So I was really happy with the production, and but it was a very difficult production. One, because that's when COVID started. Yes. Throughout the production, I could not go to Japan, so I didn't even get to see those people who created the Super Spy Ryan animation part in Japan. I only talking to them. I talked to them weekly through Zoom, but I didn't really see them in person. I didn't get to see a production in person either, like how they're creating each scene. So it was a little bit difficult part on our end because of the COVID. And the filming live action part was also difficult too, because it was also during the COVID time. Everybody was wearing masks. Everybody was taking a test, and keeping a social distance, and filming it was very difficult too.
Right, because we try to limit, the maximum amount of people, right? So, like the minimum amount of people we can work with, we try to do that. So it was difficult. for those people who work with us. So thank you so much. And again, we'll dedicate a whole episode to that. So let's continue on to the next question.
Make sure you watch Super Spy Ryan and Ryan's Mystery Player, both of them.
We have to break into the Pack Rat Player and get my console back.
The Pack Rat!
Virtual Portal, here I come. Watch now on Amazon Kids Plus. It's a mystery.
Okay, another viewer asked, congratulations. I would love to know what's going to happen to the studio space. You used to film video there, but now that you move, it's only going to be used for editing, etc.
Well, that's not true. So, we moved to Hawaii, but we still have our family in Texas. So what we're gonna do is go back and forth between Hawaii and Texas. When there's a school, then kids always go to the school in Hawaii. But when there's off from when they're off from school, like during the winter time or summertime, we always go back to Texas, and we definitely will use the studio in Houston during that time to film some exciting content. And I'm sure there are a lot of times just maybe Luann by herself go back to the Houston studio and film, or I myself go back and then just film something. And there are a very talented team in Houston that they could do on camera film without us anyway. So that's something that we coming up in the pipeline right now.
So right now there are a few people that's already in the studio, but we keep it to the minimum, right? Because of COVID, and we don't want to force people to go back to the office when people don't feel safe or comfortable to go back. So right now there are a few people that they feel comfortable going back to film. I mean, the Studio Space channel is still going. If you guys noticed, there are just mainly Bradley and Bree and some of the camera people. So we appreciate you guys still doing that.
But yeah, the only limitation is really just the COVID situation. Once that's settled, then we can bring in more people back. But yeah, it's this past couple of years is challenging, just trying to operate the company with everybody working from home. And the biggest impact was just the live action film, right?
Right.
You can't really bring everybody in the same room. So how do we even film the live action? So that's the reason why the studio space was more challenging than the other channel, because it was fully live action channel versus we have Combo Panda channel, Gus, VTubers. Those channels are hosted by the animated characters, so somewhat it's easier for us to film. In the Ryan's World and Kaji Family, it's live action, but then it's
mainly us.
Yeah, so we're okay just because it's filming among just the family. But yeah, that's the plan. Maybe next year we can bring everybody back to the studio and do a lot bigger scale video in studio space.
Right. Okay, next question. Who created the animal characters like Combo Panda, Gus the Gummy Gator, Peck the Penguin, Alpha Alexa, Big Gil, and Mo? Let me know in the next video. So here it is.
Yeah, we have a very talented animation team. Right now we have 8 animators who design characters, design backgrounds of our animation series, and animate the whole thing. So those talented people always come up with great new designs. First couple of characters, I worked on it, like Red Titan and Gus. It's something that I work with the designer to put together. And even each character too, we were kind of in the front line, just making sure all the character designs online with all the existing characters. So Combo Panda, we had a lot of input from our end to keep constantly changing the design of the combo. Yeah, so for Combo Panda and Peck and Gil, we had a series and back and forth rounds and rounds of reviewing, giving feedback to the designers from our end to make sure everything's kind of fine-tuned and all kind of cohesive within the Ryan's World branding. But yeah, among all the characters, I have the,
What's your favorite? Who's your
my
favorite?
My most favorite is Combo Panda. It's because we spent a long time designing that character, because that character was the first character who was introduced in the virtual setting. Gus was actually designed as a puppet first, so his body structure and everything was more designed optimal to design it as a puppet. But Combo Panda was the first character we knew that it's gonna be animated, and we knew it's gonna be channel dedicated to combo. So we spent a lot of time designing combo. Spent a month coming up with the idea how to design combo. The inspiration we got for the combo's initial design was Sonic from Sega. I like the Sonic's mischievous look, and when we think about what would the kids feel connected with the character, around the age, maybe like 6 to 8, they're a little bit mischievous. They like to do something like, they like to do prank. They do some playful pranks, right? So I wanted to have that personality built into Combo Panda. That's why he had a little bit of a mischievous, rebellious look, kind of similar to Sonic, but it's still kind of cute and friendly. So that's kind of all the essence that I wanted to build into the combo, and it's there.
My favorite is Alpha Alexa. She's so cute. I love her 2 eyes, different eye colors. Her hoodie, Sean was the one who suggested it's like a gradient, right?
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool. But, we did get some, not concern, but it's like, hey, you guys have an Alpha Alexa that is very into fashion, very into, makeup and just the way that she looks. And so we are coming up with a new character. Actually, we actually made the new character. It's coming up really, really soon.
Yeah, her name is
Drum roll.
Pinky. Was it Pinky? I think it's Pinky. Because her color is pink.
Yeah, not super finalized, obviously, but let us know which character do you think that is. Okay, based on the name. What animal do you think? Okay, so it's a girl, but a more tomboyish, if you can call it that. I don't want to use the word tomboy. It's just a character where
More
it's
active,
more right, more
athletic.
athletics. Thank you. Yeah, but it's a girl.
And she's an animal expert. She can talk about all the great thing about animals. And I thought maybe we can learn, those fun facts about animals through her. So it's coming up soon.
Emma and Kate, we show them actually the new character, not Pinky, but I don't know if you guys know, but Combo Panda also have a little sister. I show them Combo Panda's sister named Coco. They really, really think Coco is so cute. So I can't wait to just have like a plushie of Coco where I can just hug and squeeze. Yeah, let us know what character is your favorite.
Oh, I have another question to you. What's your favorite villain character? We have multiple now.
That's right.
We have Robo Combo, Dark Titan, and we have the King Collector, and we have Pack Rat.
I think my favorite is Pack Rat. He is so adorbs. I love how he's so tiny, but he thinks he's the boss. I mean, he is. And I love every time like his mustache falls off.
Right. It's funny. So my favorite is also Pack Rat too, because he's comedic, and then he's cute, but then he's evil and mischievous. I like that combination. The reason why I came up with the Pack Rat design was when I was playing Fortnite. There is a character the little cat character that rides on a robot. I think it's called Kitty. Anyway, when I was watching it, I thought it was kind of interesting dynamic where a little small animal riding on a robot, that giant robot, was a kind of funny aesthetic, and I thought maybe that would be a perfect for the new villain for Ryan's World. So that's kind of where I got the inspiration from, is when I was playing Fortnite. And also the mustache falling down, I thought it's kind of classic, so I thought that definitely needs to be added.
Right. So a lot of people, don't give Sean much credit, because just because I'm filming Ryan, a lot of people think I do a lot of stuff. But behind the scene of all the creativity, the stuff that you guys don't see, all the inspirations and all the character design, all the meetings that he has to do and stuff, it's actually Sean. Sean does it all. So anybody that wants like YouTube tips or how to get started or the business side, is mainly Sean. Don't ask me, ask Sean.
But one thing that it worked out well for us was doing the business together, because a lot of times people have the issue with business partners, right? Because they have the conflict in interest, or they have different direction they want to take. But because we also married couple, and then also at the same time we're business partners too. Actually, it worked out very well, because both of us think about Ryan and Emma and Kate as the first priority, and that is all aligned between us. And we always put family first. So because we were able to do a partnership within the family, I think everything is really working out well.
Yeah, we kind of also split up the work, right? So we're not, like butting head all the time either. So it helps.
And then there is a trust, because when you do that, then there has to be a trust between those two, right? Okay, I trust her judgment, I trust her creativity point of view, so we can just leave her, let her make the decision while I do this, where it's my scope of work. So I think when there is a trust between the partnership, I think it works so well. I'm glad. I think hopefully we can continue doing this more and more. The only bad thing about doing it business within the family or within the married couple is when there is a busy time, right? But then I still want to play video game. Lauren knows that I'm supposed to be busy, but then I'm playing video game. She can catch me, so that's the only difficult part.
But you just pay for it later. Yeah, so if you're stressed out and stuff, right, you have to have time for self-care, to decompress. And that's what he does. The way that he decompresses is just to play video games or have a nice bath. I always concerned because I'm like, you do know that if you do that, then you're going to have to pay for it by staying up to 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. to finish your work. So I just wanted to make sure you know that you have to do that. So
yeah, I usually like to work in the morning. Like I wake up like at 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock to work, and that's my kind of prime time. And then Luann kind of reverse. She loves working at nighttime.
Yeah, so I usually would put the kids to bed, and then I stay up and work. So till 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. I know it's not really good for my health to stay up so late because I usually get up at 5:30, 5:45 to get the kids ready for school. So yeah, so I run on coffee during the weekdays, but the weekend I'm very fortunate that on Saturday, because the kids doesn't go to school, Sean let me sleep in sometime way longer than I should to catch up on my sleep. So, and then Sean takes care of them.
Yeah, that's your talent too. Because Loanne on the weekend, if I don't wake her up, she could sleep for a long time until like
11, 12 if I could.
A lot of times, people would just wake up without alarm clock, but Loanne could just kind of catch up that sleep. So
I feel like I can adapt really easily.
Yeah, Loanne doesn't really experience the what was it?
Like jet lag.
Yeah.
Yeah, the instant we go to Japan or we go to UK, I'm able to adjust right away.
Yeah.
It's probably coming from island life. I got to do whatever it takes to survive. So if I can sleep, I'm gonna sleep.
Man, your experience in Malaysia, over 30 years ago, was still kind of affecting you, huh?
Yeah. Okay, next question. Why did you guys go to UK for Ryan's World at Smith Toys?
Well, because the Smith Toys and the Entertainer are a great partner, right? And we know that there are a lot of fans in the UK too. So we want to see them in person. So when we went to UK, we met several fans in person. And that was a really great experience for us, and seeing the not just fans in the United States, but being able to see other fans around the world. So UK was kind of our first stop, but we want to travel around more and see more fans outside the US.
The only problem was, again, for us, we always put Ryan needs first. And so in order for us to do that, to go meet fans around the world, we have to take time off, to go do that. And we usually only travel to those places during the summertime, or, we go to Japan during Ryan's winter break. So it's hard for us to travel around a lot because then we just don't want Ryan to miss school to be able to go to those places. So it's just been a struggle to try to find the right timing to go.
Right, especially going to the foreign country, it takes days, right? You fly over there and you don't experience it unless you stay there for several days. So, fortunately, we were able to go into Japan with Ryan and show him, the culture and history of Japan while we were there. Hopefully, we can do the same on the other countries. But yeah, Ryan had school. School is number one. So, and COVID too. But hopefully, we can, take a family trip at least once a year. For us to go out there and just and enjoy the vacation.
We really enjoy our trip in the UK. It was my first time. I can't wait to visit more countries in Europe. I've never been. I would love to go to France, Italy.
Definitely, yes, Italy. Yes, please.
So one day we can go there together. And now Emma and Kate, oh my gosh, I'm so excited because they're 5. We don't have to carry around those giant car seat anymore.
Oh my
Right?
gosh, yeah, I look like I'm running away from like a loan shark or something. At the airport, like holding like a 3 car seat with me. Oh my gosh, it was tough.
Yeah.
But now they're on the booster seats, and then, one of our booster seats like super portable. It's like this big. It looks like a tablet. So yeah, it's a lot easier for us to travel around. I remember the first flight taking Emma and Kate. I guess it was to the
Disney.
LA.
Is it LA?
Disney. Yeah, I remember us crying on the airplane.
Yes, we didn't
Emma and Kate were crying, but we were crying too.
Yes, we didn't show that we cried, but I cried. I don't know. I feel like I did everything. I hold them. I tried to, to distract them. It just didn't work. And I was crying, and Sean was like, you can't just, leave Emma there on the walkway, And I was like, I just need a minute, before I pick her back up. They just would not sit down on the seat. And the flight attendants, of course, they came over and they're like, she has to be sit down and buckled. And I was like, I know, I'm trying.
But now they're so good with the airplane. They're so used to it. Like every time we go between Texas to Hawaii, they're good. Just watch their iPad or TV or just talk to each other.
Yeah, but before I remember keep having to apologize, to the people around us. I'm so sorry. So if you guys know our struggle, let us know.
Yeah, if you ever ride next to those families struggling with the babies, let's just take it easy on them.
Yeah.
I can see why they're having such a difficult time. We've been there.
Been there, done that. Okay, another viewer asked, are you guys going back to your house soon to celebrate Christmas with your friends and family? Yes,
Yeah.
we are. We're also very excited because I don't know if you guys know, but my sister, congratulations, sister, I love you, recently had a baby, Kobe. It's my first nephew. I'm so excited. So I really want Emma and Kate and Ryan to be able to see their first cousin for the first time. So we have to make a trip back for them to see Kobe. So if you're ever watching Kobe in the future, hi.
I'm pretty excited about it too because actually she's leaving Kobe with us for a few days so she can take a break and then we can bond with the Kobe. I'm kind of excited to experience the taking care of baby again.
This will be a test to see if we are for sure.
We're not gonna have a kid anymore. That's done.
Done. Okay. Not even a little talk about it. We're done.
No, I think we're done.
Okay, there it is. You guys heard about it first. We are done for sure. It's hard because I went back recently to see Kobe by myself, and I have taken care of Kobe overnight for 2 days, not consecutively, but so just a little bit so my sister can sleep. And he's the cutest thing in the world. But then I was also so tired. After in the morning, I gave Kobe back to my sister. And I was like, I just need to sleep. So shout out to all the new moms out there. I know how hard it is. And just stick with it. Life will get better.
Yeah, once after 4 years, 5 years, it gets slightly better. Yeah, I remember I passed out when I was taking care of Emma and Kate because they constantly waking each other up at night. So until I sleep trained them, it was a nightmare. I feel like I'm kind of handling a bomb, make sure she doesn't cry because if she cries, the other cries, and it's a whole chaos. So I remember that time. But we'll see. Maybe I might change my mind after taking care of Kobe. We'll see. But having 4 kids is a lot because right now I'm already freaking out. Whenever we go on trips or go outside, I have to hold my kids' hand because I just worry something happens to them. If I hold their hands and I'm kind of taking control, like something about to happen, then I can just make sure I can protect them.
Yeah.
I have 3. I don't have 3 hands, so I don't know what to do.
Right.
I'm sure Ryan's old enough now, but I still worry about him. So
Yeah.
I need to hold his hand too. So I was like,
he's very cautious. He's always like, make sure you hold their hand. And I'm like, I am.
and I look back and she's not, and I get upset.
I am.
She's like scratching her face, like whoa. You can scratch your face after we cross the road.
Exactly. See what I mean? But we talked about it, you know, and two, because of our car, we would have to upgrade to like a minivan or something just to support that extra kid.
Yeah, that third
And,
row is
yeah.
definitely a must after you get the fourth kid.
So you heard it here. I think we are officially done. I'm just gonna fly back and just hang out with Kobe every time I just have the urge to, you know, to have and play with little babies. So
Yeah,
Kobe,
but
I'm
then-
here for you.
There's always a joke when couple says, "Yeah, we're done," and then there's always right after that there's a surprise baby coming along the way. So
I can't handle any more baby surprise, Sean. I think all our babies been surprises.
it's,
So
yeah, every single kid was surprised. And a good surprise, but
Right.
yeah. Can't wait to see him.
okay, somebody asked, I love this video. I would like to know more about Sean's top 10 favorite anime. Please make a video about that. Maybe if you don't have the top 10 because I put you on the spot, maybe just name a few.
Oh wow! Oh! Well, I wonder which video she liked. She said, "I love this video."
Sorry, I just took a screenshot, so it must have been like from. a
Oh,
previous-
from gotcha. I wonder if I would talk about the anime. Top 3, right?
Top 10, but you can give top 3.
Okay, for now, and maybe a separate video. I'll put top 10. Now I think about it. I guess definitely not in order of which one's better, right? Okay. One of the top 3, My Hero Academia. I'm sure a lot of people knew about it already, and it's an amazing show. It's a long series, and I think the third movie is already in the theater right now.
We
It's
want to
about-
watch it.
Yeah, it's about the society where everybody have a superpower, except the main character. He was born without any superpower, but then he still wants to be a superhero. So it's really exciting.
And that's a
Superhero
show.
show.
Yeah, that's a show where Ryan watches with us too.
Yeah, I love this
So-
so much. I took the entire company to the theater to watch the first movie. So, that's my recommendation. One. Second best one. I love the rankings of King. I bet
Yeah.
nobody knows about this anime. Lauren and I started watching it
Yeah.
together. It's really good. It's about this prince, right? He was born without. I guess he was deaf, and he cannot talk either.
And he's super tiny.
Right?
Right.
Yeah. And this is the journey of him becoming a great king, and I think there are only several episodes just yet, but I read the comic book and it was amazing. What
And
else?
that show too, just a warning.
Mm-hmm.
Sean described it to me as it's giving me old Disney vibe. So in the beginning, I had a mindset, it's going to be very PG-ish, But then when we first started watching it, it's pretty graphic. I was like, this is not Disney, Sean. So don't watch it with kids. This is more of an adult show.
Yeah, well, I mean, back then the old Disney classics
True.
have a little bit of the dark side too. But yeah, this one's it's a little bit more graphic and bloody.
It
Even though, despite the character design looks cute, but there's some graphic scenes. So yeah, just keep eye on that.
Yeah, there was a moment where I was just eating my food and I screamed. Okay, I was like, ah! And then Emma and Kate was like, why are you screaming, Mommy? And I was like, I'm so sorry. Something happened on this show I'm watching and I just can't unsee it. So
But the story of the author of this comic book, this is anime, but then originally it was from comic book.
Yeah.
The author of this comic book is really inspirational because he was unemployed and he had no job. He had a passion about writing comic books. So, he had no existing deals, but he was just writing this comic book about ranking of a king and publishing for free online. And that was picked up on the Twitter. Somebody tweets about it, and then it kind of went viral. And that kind of connected to the next opportunity. And after the comic book was published, and then after that, now it's an animation series. It's really inspirational. He's been trying to be author of a comic book for years and years, and he couldn't. But then this instant, now that he has his series is on the TV now.
that's really cool. Congratulations. We really enjoy watching it together.
What
And
else?
then one more.
Oh my gosh.
So much pressure. Didn't give him time.
Yeah, the third one is One Punch Man. One Punch. Actually, Ryan likes it too. It's about this superhero. He all of a sudden he gained this special ability where he's extremely strong, where like he, pretty much just defeat any enemies with just one punch. But then he feels like everything is bored because there's no enemy that I feel like is challenging to him. So it's a superhero anime, but it's a little bit different spin because he pretty much just annihilate all the enemies with just one punch. It's kind of it's a new spin of the superhero series.
So there's no challenge for him, basically.
Yet. We'll see.
So there it is, Sean's top 3 anime recommendation. Let us know if you have watched any of those.
Yeah, as far as My Hero Academia goes, Luan and I are planning to go to watch the 3rd movie sometime this week. So hopefully we can watch it.
We'll let you guys know if we like it or not.
Yeah, and one thing about the anime, watching anime nowadays, the English dub is improved so much. I could actually watch fine on the English dub. My Hero Academia, as far as My Hero Academia goes, I watch it in English dub throughout because I wanted to watch with Luan and Ryan. So even though I understand Japanese, I'm just kind of watching it in English dub. But it sounds amazing. It sounds authentic.
I know people always, there's a big controversy of how you should watch it, in its original language and read the subtitle. The problem with me is I like to multitask. And so I apologize, but when I'm watching something, I'm always doing something else. And so it's nice that I can just listen to it, right, and then look away, without having to feel like I missed something important.
Yeah, I get upset every time there's a very important scene. Lowen's just looking away. It's like, oh, you're missing out. But yeah, actually the English dub has improved probably because of the Funimation. I feel like Funimation recently took Funimation is the platform distributing those Japanese animes. They are kind of getting the front line on dubbing process, and it's becoming more and more authentically translated. It's not really a true translation, but they changing the nuance so it's just more kind of relatable to American people.
Right.
But yeah, My Hero Academia, definitely, it's worth watching in dubbed if you don't understand Japanese. Okay,
last question, but the most spiciest question, I think, to end the video.
I don't like spicy food. What kind of question is it?
The question is, why don't you guys wear your wedding ring?
Oh,
dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, there was I watched this one video where there's a conspiracy theory about maybe Ryan's dad and mom are not married. Maybe they're not even together. Maybe they're just stage parents. Maybe Ryan is not even related to them, right? Maybe after okay, all right, Ryan, bye. See you next week. Bye. Cut. And then there's another family of Ryan, different mommy and daddy there, the true Ryan's daddy, mommy there. Oh, Ryan, okay, you done? Okay, bye. Let's go home. And I say bye. But no, that's not it. We're Ryan's true family.
Yes, we are putting that conspiracy theory to rest, okay? We're his actual parent. So the reason, one of their clue of why we're not a real family is because back in the house that we were filming in, we didn't have any pictures of us hanging up. So for one thing is, for some reason, we don't really hang up pictures on the wall. I don't know why. We have this thing where we would put pictures around, but nothing on the wall. Even this house that we have here, we see, you see pictures in the background, right? But we don't really have any family pictures hanging on the wall even now. I don't know why. We just haven't done it.
Yeah, I know normally people do that, but I don't know why. It's not like we don't want to see it. We love having it, but I guess it just never really comes to our mind to put it up on the wall.
And number 2 was the reason why we actually didn't put anything on the wall in that particular house, not painting either or anything, is because we're planning to move to a different house soon after that. The problem was it took so long to build that second house, so we ended up staying there for a while. But because we had the initial idea that we were going to move anyway, we're like, well, we don't want to mess up our walls, so that's why we never had anything up on the walls.
But the new house doesn't have any new pictures either, so
we started to add some, okay?
Yeah, true.
We did add some stuff, okay?
We did. So we slowly starting.
Yeah. Okay, and then so the reason again why we don't have a wedding ring was because I have gained a lot of weight with Ryan. The ring, I was a lot slimmer then, so the ring that Sean had given me I wore it throughout, but you know, after a while, my fingers got really chubby, and I just couldn't fit the wedding ring. And I always tell myself I just need to lose weight. And Sean's like, you can get it resized, but for some reason, I always used it as like a motivator to lose weight so I can wear it again. So I did. So basically, I had gained 45 pounds with Ryan. I lost a weight. I wore it again. So in the beginning of some of Ryan's video, if you ever see my hand, I was wearing the wedding ring. Then the problem was I had gained more weight when I got pregnant with Emma and Kate. I gained 65 pounds. So then I had to take it out again. And to this day, I can't fit my wedding ring.
So I'm sure some people who's been watching from the beginning is, there's a time Lauren's wearing the wedding ring. But then after that, after a certain point, she stopped wearing it. What's going on? Maybe they were trying to get back together, but then it didn't work out, or they were separated. All those theories, I'm sure, is floating around. But yeah, same for me too. I mean, I actually didn't really. I only wear it for a week.
You
probably.
were allergic to the ring that we bought.
I was super allergic to the ring, and even just wearing it for a little bit, I get a whole breakout around my hand, so I had to take it off. So ever since then, I haven't worn it.
Yeah, but we don't mind. Like I know wedding ring is a big deal to some people, but for us, it's no big deal. Like Sean knows I love him, I trust him, and he does the same for me, right? So
yeah.
So it's not a big deal to us. And plus, to be honest, I actually like not wearing anything, so that's why I'm not
no earrings.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't know. I just like to feel free. I just don't want anything that's touching my body. So that's why you guys don't really see me wear any earrings or bracelets or any rings or any jewelry for that fact. Because, you know, Sean used to buy me some jewelry in college. You know, I really appreciate it, but I'm always like, I have to wear this, you know?
Oh, so that's how you were feeling.
No, I really appreciate it. You spend a lot of money, right, to buy me those jewelry, and you work really hard for it. So I wear them, but it's like I'm just not a jewelry type of girl, you know?
See, I found out about this, the Loan's preference, like a lot earlier. So, I started giving her a different present, and then I get in trouble at the work or some other places too, because hey, what you gonna give your wife for a Christmas present? Like electronic toothbrush, and then people just getting upset with me. Like, how can you give that to your wife for a Christmas present? But then Lauren actually preferred those things more. So
yeah, I prefer practical things.
Yeah.
So something I'm gonna use. You know, I just don't want something just hanging on a wall or something where I'm not gonna be using. So yeah. Sean knows me. He gets me.
Yeah.
So there it is. That's the reason why we don't wear it. Maybe, in the future when I actually have lost some weight where it actually fits me, I'll try it on again. But for now, I am sticking to the fact that I'm not going to get it resized until I lose weight. Okay, it might be 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road.
So let's shoot for the 10-year anniversary. 2
more years, yes. So last time we talked about we're going to have our 10-year anniversary here in Hawaii. So we have 2 years to get in shape.
Yeah, so we're going to use the original ring band, and then maybe we can just kind of upgrade the stone.
Yeah.
To kind of celebrate the 10th anniversary.
Yeah.
So we're not going to resize it. The ring, the band is going to be still the same size.
Hopefully I don't disappoint you guys and be like, y'all still look the same and y'all can't fit into your wedding ring.
We'll end up using it as a display, so we'll see.
No promises, but that is our goal. So our last segment is the sticky word of the day. We're going to use the word ring because that's the last word. That's the last topic that we talked about. In Vietnamese, the word ring is nhung.
Nhung?
Nhung. Yeah, you kind of have to go like up and down. Nhung.
Nhung?
Yeah, nhung.
Nhung?
There you go.
How can you do that within the conversation? I always have to pause. Nyung.
There you go. You got it. Sounds great. How do you say it in Japanese?
Yubi wa.
Well, it's a lot longer than mine.
Yubi wa.
Yubi wa.
Yeah.
Yubi
means finger. Wa means a ring.
Got it. Oh.
It's easy to remember.
Yubi wa.
Yubi wa.
Yubi wa. And nyung?
Nyung?
Yeah, you got it. You're doing great. Okay, if you like this video, give us a big thumbs up and leave more of your questions down below. And in the future, we'll do more question and answer video. For now, thank you for watching.
Yeah, thank you guys. Bye.
And have a fantastic day. Bye, Stickies. So behind the scene here, sorry for bad audio. I'm just using my mic from the camera, but we finished our food.
I think I ate too much.
Really?
No dinner today.
It was hard to eat on camera, so.
Oh really? I'll just keep chugging.
So yeah, so that's mine. I still have to finish it up. So yeah, thank you for watching.
Bye.
Did you like the food?
I loved it. All right, next episode we're gonna do food again. Maybe not. We'll see.
No promises.
No promises.